The Constitution is a set of rules that determines the form of government in a country or state, as well as the relationship between the citizens and the government. Let's take a look at how the Constitution of India was framed. The Indian Constitution was formed on the basis of a series of discussions held by a Constituent Assembly of nearly 300 Indians representing different communities. The members took nearly 3 years, from December 1946 to November 1949, to draft the Constitution. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar headed the drafting committee that prepared the draft of the Constitution. Jawaharlal Nehru, Vallabhbhai Patel, Dr. Rajendra Prasad, and Abul Kalam Azad also played an important role in drafting the Constitution. The Constituent Assembly had debates on various issues such as caste divisions, regional and communal concerns, population size, illiteracy, and poverty. Did you know? The chronicles of the debates of the Constituent Assembly run into 12 volumes. The Indian Constitution came into effect on January 26, 1950, and is remembered every year as Republic Day. The Constitution of India begins with a preamble, which is an introduction to the Constitution. The preamble implies that the Constitution has been given to the people of India by the people themselves. Hence, it reflects the ideals and wishes of the people. The Indian state is described as a sovereign, socialist, secular, and democratic republic. It says that all Indian citizens have the right to justice, liberty, equality, and fraternity. Let's see what the ideals described in the preamble mean. Once India became free of the British rule, it became a sovereign country, meaning the country is free from foreign control, and the citizens have the right to make decisions on internal and external matters. To reduce inequality between the rich and poor, the Constitution makers wanted to provide equal opportunity to all in the form of socialism. It involves fair distribution of the country's wealth amongst the people. An example of socialism in practice is the government's control over essential services like food and water supply. The people of India have freedom to practice any religion. No religion is encouraged by the government, and no discrimination is made on the basis of religion. Hence, India is a secular country, unlike countries like Saudi Arabia, which is officially Islamic, or Israel, which is Jewish. India is a democratic country and effectively practices universal adult suffrage. All adults, irrespective of caste, gender, class, color, are allowed to vote and choose their leaders. In a democracy, the leaders are accountable to the people and govern the country according to rules. The head of the country is no longer a hereditary ruler, but an elected representative of the people. Hence, India is called a republic. The primary objective of the government should be the welfare of the people and ensure that justice is given to all, without discrimination of caste, religion, gender, birth, race, or status. Citizens of India are assured of individual liberty. They are free to think, express, and put their thoughts and wishes into action, as long as they respect others' rights. At the time of independence, the state of the underprivileged and women was poor due to the ills prevailing then, such as caste systems and gender inequality. Equality was the ideal through which they sought to overcome these obstacles and set the country on the path of progress. all the objectives and ideals laid out in the preamble would work only if there was a feeling of brotherhood amongst the people. Hence, the preamble reminds the citizens of fraternity and not treating any countryman as inferior. While drafting the Constitution, the members kept the socio-economic needs of diverse communities in mind. Therefore, the Constitution has some key features. India follows a parliamentary form of government, where the citizens elect their leaders, who are accountable to them. Also, any citizen, irrespective of caste, creed, gender and religion, can contest elections. The Constitution provided for governance at all levels like the centre, state and districts. It also lists the powers of these bodies and their sources of income, so that there are no disagreements between the governments at different levels. Since Indians had a history of authoritarian rule, the constitution makers made sure that power was distributed and not concentrated in the hands of a few. Hence, the government has three organs: the legislature, executive, and the judiciary. Each organ works as a check and ensures a balance is maintained. The conscience of the Indian Constitution, that is, the fundamental rights, guarantee the citizens' rights against any misuse by the government. Along with the rights, fundamental duties were also listed in the Constitution. The Constitution makers also listed guidelines for the government known as directive principles. With these in mind, the government works for the welfare of the people while making laws and policies. Over the years, several changes have been made to the Constitution to answer the changing need of time. These changes to the Constitution are known as amendments. The Constitution has been a guiding force for a country whose people were in transition from subjects to citizens.